You're listening to Nocturnal Frequency Radio, hosted by Steve Jenny and his satanic assistant.
And welcome to Nocturnal Frequency Radio here, live on the New Visions Radio Network, and of course, streaming, simulcasting, on our YouTube channel. Welcome and thanks for joining us.
Welcome, everyone.
Welcome. We haven't really had a chance to sort of chat about, the Halloween hangover, if you will.
I'm still hungover.
Sorry?
I'm still hungover.
Yeah, like I said, I mentioned before, this year was just a really tough year to sort of get into it. And I had a hard time. It never really felt like it this year.
No, I mean, it's even though it was better than last year as far as what could and couldn't be done.
Yeah.
It still didn't feel the same.
No.
I mean, I didn't go down to my old neighbor's house. We stayed home and we had all of 10 kids maybe?
See, we had a crap load of kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had at least 150. At least 150, over 150, at least close to that number, because judging by the amount of candy that we gave out.
Yeah.
And we usually have some left over. This year we had nothing.
Wow.
No, we were wiped.
Now we have plenty left over. We still got some.
Well, it's all the better for you guys. You have some snacks there.
Yeah, that's exactly what we need.
You don't have to worry about anybody putting screws and nails in them.
This is true, yes.
So a poor kid in Milton? Did you hear about that?
No.
There's a poor kid in Milton who discovered there was a screw or something, nail in his chocolate.
I don't understand why people do that. Like, whatever.
It's like, why do people do anything? It just amazes me.
People are dumb. Period.
Let the kids have fun.
Yeah.
And especially after the last 18 months or whatever that we've had to endure.
Exactly.
Let the kids have fun. Why do you got to spoil it? And, next year we're going to have, kids won't be able to have Halloween candy now.
I'll have to give them IOUs. A slip of paper saying, I'll give you a candy once it's been vetted by the government.
Yeah, but that just sounds real creepy, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
I'll give you candy, kitty.
Come in my van. I got some candy in my van.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. And there are scary as it is, as that sounds, there are people out there like that.
Oh, yeah.
Why do people have to ruin such a classic time of the year, such as Halloween?
There's people that try to ruin everything. I don't know what it is. They get a kick out of it. I don't know what the fuck it is, but you know what? These people need to be transported into a deserted island and left there. They can ruin each other's days all they want.
But first, they have to have an enema.
Sure. Yep.
You can't enter the island without an enema.
That's right.
You need an enema.
Yeah, don't get me started on people.
Oh, I know. I don't need to. I deal with it on a daily basis.
There you go.
And that's just, you kind of wonder, and it just amazes me how people are able to keep their composure with the amount of stupidity out there.
Yeah, especially people like in jobs like yours where you're customer facing. It's just, I mean, I've been there. I've done customer facing jobs before, And I swear, man, there's been times when I just wanted to strangle some people, and it's unreal, how asinine some people can be.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And this is
Yeah.
why we're paranormal investigators, because we don't want to deal with real people. We want to deal with the dead ones.
Well, they seem to be easier to deal with.
Yeah.
Well, to a certain extent.
Yeah, they just don't want to come up to play when we want them to, but that's okay.
No, because they know that they probably think that we're one of those stupid people that we have to deal with on a daily basis, right?
These people fucking ruin it even for us. Those rat bastards.
Oh man. Which leading down to something I was going to say, but I got sidetracked. I don't know.
It's okay, you'll remember.
Well, yeah. It is just sad. It really is. An amazing time of the year. But what I noticed, and you know, we went out and you know, we're still in the middle of shooting the woodlot, the dark woodlot, and we went out and shot some drone footage last night, just before it got dark. Okay, so now that the time has fell back, what time does it get dark now?
Around
7?
No, earlier than that.
Is it earlier?
Yeah, it's dark around 5:30.
Really, it gets dark earlier.
It starts to get dark. Like, I mean, it's not completely dark at 5:30, but it starts to get noticeably dark at 5:30.
Well, because we were out there at 5:30
before the time change.
Before the time change, and it was we were able to get about close to an hour in there before it started to get dark.
If you were there at 5:30, new time would have been 4:30. Just to give you an idea, right? So, around 5:30, you should see, if it's a clear day, if there's no clouds, you should still see a glimmer of light, like twilight, but it starts to get dark pretty early.
Anyhow, the scenery was amazing. Like I said, it basically was situated the same way as it was when we were shooting last year, about 3 weeks earlier.
Yeah.
So it goes to show you how much, because of the warm weather that we've had this year, you know, what a difference.
Yeah, exactly. It's delayed our shooting.
Yeah. This week's going to be nice. I mean, today was just absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, it was.
Tomorrow's supposed to be nice too.
Any idea what Friday's going to be like?
Friday looks good. I mean, they're saying there's a chance of rain in the evening, but only 40%. That'll probably change.
Yeah.
So even if it does, it probably won't even be that much, if that, and it might be later on in the evening. So, I mean, I think we're going to be okay.
Cool.
Yeah, it's
just gotta bring umbrellas.
Yeah. We tried to find that pond. I tried to show Patrick the pond and couldn't find it again.
It was on the right side, wasn't it?
Yeah, but couldn't. We went in there.
Yeah.
And you know, couldn't find it. So I had to refer to the aerial drone shots as to approximately where the pond is. He found it again, and I don't know if it's the same pond. I don't think so. I think it's a different pond. I think there might be 2 ponding areas.
Yeah, there was that one when we went there last time. On the left, like if you're going towards the woodlot on the left side, which is not where the pond normally was. The pond, from what I remember, was on the right. But there was one there when we were coming back out.
Yeah, but this one here on the drone footage was just north in the same area as the pond that we found with all the tires.
Oh, okay.
So it's in the same section, but just a little bit north. So that's what I'm saying. There's probably 2 areas in there where ponding is.
Yeah, I mean, it's all the excess water, I guess, is
Yeah.
causing more ponding.
Yeah. I could be wrong. It could be the same one, but I couldn't tell. I don't know. Until we're able to get in there and explore it, sort of thing. But yeah, he was a little hesitant going into the forest for some reason. I don't know why.
Doesn't surprise me.
I said I don't know why are you afraid to come into the forest? Because you know why? Because earlier when we were in the clearing, he saw a deer, and it spooked him.
A deer?
Yeah, we saw it was a big, massive deer.
No, I know you told me you saw a deer, but why would a deer spook him?
I don't know, man. It just did.
Those things just run away as soon as they see somebody.
For the most part, unless it's a buck. If it's a buck and it's mating season, you got to remember. Fucking look out, man. If you're in the way, they run you over.
Just tell Patrick not to wear any musky scents.
Yeah. Like I said, I remember I was trail running one time, and I had two a buck was chasing 2 female deer.
Mm-hmm.
And literally, I had my earphones on, but I could hear something, and I look, and all of a sudden I see these 2 deer running in front of me. I'm like, what the fuck? And then all of a sudden, this big ass buck is chasing them. I'm like, this thing's coming at me. I had to quickly get out of the way. Holy shit, it was crazy.
I could just imagine.
Oh man, it was crazy. But they become very disoriented in this time of the year too, because a lot of what happens is a lot of the farmers they plow their fields.
Yeah.
So what happens is it confuses them and they become disoriented. But of course, the fields around the woodlot are soybean fields.
Mm.
Now they're not cornfields. I think what they do is they like alternate. A lot of. Sorry.
Do they alternate between crops?
They alternate. It seems between crops.
Yeah.
The last 2 seasons being soybean. So I don't know. Are they going to go back to corn? I don't know. I have no idea. But I noticed that some local people cut down a whole bunch of the the dry soybean stalks and took them home to collect the beans.
Yeah. I guess they wanted to make their own soybean soup.
Or tofu.
Yeah, tofu. Yeah.
But yeah, it's interesting area. Very I don't know. Is it just me, or do you get that vibe from the place too?
I do. I mean, the last time we were there was kind of different. It felt different, but before that, when we went there last year, definitely has a unique feel to it.
Well, it didn't help the last time because they had the football game going on in the school field.
Yeah.
So that kind of screwed things up.
It did, yeah.
It didn't. You can't really do too much because of this. And
you kept hearing that constant noise coming from the field too, right? Like all the cheering and all of that stuff. So it was this kind of distracting as well.
Well, yeah, exactly. So that kind of sucked.
That's okay. We'll go there next time and we'll do a seance, like I said, and we'll see if we can raise any spirits.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that'd be cool. We need to, and we'll film it.
And Gordon and I will do a dance around the circle.
It's too bad the GoPro doesn't shoot at night very well. I mean, the footage has been amazing so far, what I've captured on the GoPro.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been really cool. And of course, with the 4K. But I mean, alternating between the two of them. It's taking so much space up, but just trying to figure out like the puzzle is laid out so far, and putting the pieces together is the fun part.
Yeah.
Again, there's a lot of footage we still need. I mean, you know, some what doesn't help is the fact that when something arises, you're like, oh, we got to run with that. We need something to go with that sort of thing, right?
Yep.
So that doesn't help. So yeah. Anyways, looking forward to getting back out there and doing a full thing. Do the seance and
How much you
whatnot.
figured? How many more shoots do you figure we need to do?
Probably 3.
Okay.
Probably around 3. I'm roughly about 3 because I mean, this last one wasn't even a full one,
Mm-hmm.
and it kind of sucked because we couldn't really do too much with the stupid football game.
Yep.
So, we really have to sort of, I guess, analyze that mound a little bit more, and get footage with that. So, maybe 3.5. I don't know, something like that, roughly. And hopefully it stays relatively warm, where it won't be extremely cold like the last. I mean, we went to what, December last year?
I think so. Yeah.
I think the last time we went out was in December, and it was fucking cold.
Yeah.
It was snowing out.
Do we have footage with like snow in it?
Yeah, we have footage with
Okay.
snow because we have there was one. That's where we found the mound.
Okay. Yeah.
We found the mound on the was it the or was it the same? Was it the same day that we found the bone? The same night, was
I
it?
think it was the same night. Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah.
but we have another one where we were. I don't know if there was any. Was there snow on the ground? There wasn't snow on the ground that day.
I don't remember seeing any snow, or
No.
I don't recollect any snow when we went there. There may have
No,
been a
but
dusting, some whatever, but nothing heavy.
Yeah, because I know when I showed the authorities where the bone was, and they bagged it and shit.
Yeah.
There wasn't any snow on the ground, so I don't know. But I do remember we went back out one more time and to capture some footage, and there was some snow on the ground. Not a lot, just a dusting. So I mean, we went to, I think, early December or something like that.
Yeah, we went. Yeah, we went pretty late in the season. Yeah.
Yeah. So hopefully this year it won't be as cold, but I don't know.
Time will tell.
Who knows? I mean, they're saying it might be a little colder this year.
Yeah, that's what they said. Yeah, but I mean, it is what it is. The problem is, I should say, is that they don't really specify, at least not that I've seen, where exactly it's going to be cold, because it's not going to be cold everywhere.
Yeah.
There's parts of Ontario that's going to be colder than others, obviously. So I don't know if it's going to affect us, like the really cold weather. But I mean, it's going to be cold regardless. Winter's always pretty cold here anyway. And you just got to dress warm. That's all.
Yeah, but hopefully we'll luck out and it'll stay warm before the end of December.
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
there are times when it can be very relatively nice up until after New Year's, and then January hits. It's just like insane.
Yeah, it's like a shit show.
Yeah, it's just insane, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what's new?
Nothing. Wow, it only took like 23 minutes to get that out.
Well, we had to get it in there.
Well,
right?
yeah,
Come on.
yeah. It's another one for the books.
It's funny. I posted on Facebook. I know you saw it, but thinking about the times that we would go to Big Fat Burrito.
Yeah.
And the footage at from there, in front of the classic Lee's Palace,
Yeah.
location.
I know.
Bring back Big Fat Burrito.
At that location too.
At that location, man,
Yeah.
that was classic. I mean, I haven't been there. Is there, what is there now?
I think it's a falafel place actually, or not
Really?
falafel place, but it's a Middle Eastern restaurant. I think.
Oh man, come on.
Yeah. No, I can't remember exactly because I've only seen it the one time. I haven't been down there in a while myself.
Yeah, it's been a while since I've been down there.
Let me see if I can find it.
Is that book place still there?
BMV, yeah, it's still there.
It's still there.
Yeah.
Holy shit, man.
It is.
That's a good thing because that's a cool place.
Yeah, it is. It is.
I
want to go back. I want to go back there. I haven't been there in such a long time.
Yeah, I mean, after losing a place like the world's biggest bookstore.
Yep.
It's always nice to have a place like that still existing in the city.
Yeah.
Even though I haven't been into TO in God knows how long.
I just for a drive. I haven't really actually just like parked and gotten anywhere specifically. But yeah, I haven't been to the Bloor and Bathurst there in a while.
I haven't been into TO since the pandemic.
Oh, that's a long time.
I know. I haven't bothered. I mean, we're probably going to head in there probably before Christmas this year for sure, though. I think things are looking a little better this year, obviously.
Yep.
And let me get your thoughts. What do you think about the possibility of a booster shot?
I think it's quite possible.
What do you do? You think it's necessary though for people who are, like, to me, I think something like this would work with somebody who has an immune deficiency disorder or elderly or somebody in that situation.
Yeah.
I don't really know if it's necessary for somebody who seems to be okay.
I think that's what they're targeting primarily is like the elderly and people who have compromised immune systems.
Yeah.
And then after that, I think what they'll do is they'll leave it open to people if they want to get it. You know what I mean?
Well, I can understand, that I would agree with leaving it open, but to make it mandatory though,
but they haven't even made the first shot mandatory, really.
Well, true, they haven't, but I mean,
they'll make you feel guilty for not getting it, but they haven't made it mandatory.
Not only that, it's like, look at what you can't really do.
Yeah, well, that's fine. I don't have a problem with that.
No, I'm not saying it's not asking if anyone's got a problem, but I mean, look at how they've made it very difficult for people who haven't.
Right. The one complaint I keep hearing is, people talking about how their rights are being infringed upon if they choose not to get it, which is fine. I can understand to some degree, but my counter argument has always been, what about my rights to be able to go to a place and feel safe? Especially now that I have a baby daughter. I don't want to go because she can't get the vaccine. She's just a newborn, right? She's only 3 months. So I don't want to go into a place where there's a potential for someone to come in and spread the virus, right? I could argue that too. So my point is that it's a weak argument as far as the rights thing is concerned, because I got rights as well, right?
Yeah.
So that place that replaced Big Fat Burritos called Bombay Roti.
A roti place.
Yeah, that's what it was. I couldn't remember what it was. I thought it was Middle Eastern, but it's actually a roti place.
Roti. Oh man, it's really too bad because come on. Okay, Simon says Big Pharma has his claws dug deep into the government.
There's a chance that this is going to become like the flu shot, where you got to get it every year. There's a good chance of that. No, and I'm not, I'm not delusional in that aspect. I'm pretty sure that that's what's going to end up happening. I remember reading articles towards the middle of the pandemic where the goal was to get this from a pandemic to an endemic, which is an endemic is like the flu. The flu is an endemic. and you're gonna have shots that are gonna be there every year. And then, but again, like the flu shot is not mandatory. It's up to you if you want to take it. And there you go.
Well, the flu shot I never bothered with. I mean, I felt that I didn't have a reason to. I mean, I don't, as far as I know, have a compromised immune system, and I'm not in that sort of age bracket or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But when I hear stories about, like, our a mutual friend of ours, who contracted the flu and perished.
Mm-hmm.
Relatively extremely healthy person.
Yeah.
And bang.
Yeah.
But I mean, we could say, I mean, there is a possibility it could have been COVID, but we just didn't know.
Yeah.
I mean, the possibility was there. I do agree with Simon on Big Pharma. I really do.
I don't disagree with that
statement.
either. The second statement, though, Simon, you're right. It does protect you and others. However, it does shorten the lifespan of the virus within your body. That's the whole point. Because an unvaccinated person, it takes about approximately 24 to 48 hours for the symptoms even to show up. And you could be spreading it in the 24 to 48 hours before you even know you have it. Whereas if you're vaccinated, it kicks in and starts eliminating it immediately. So you have a shorter span of you spreading it. So you're not wrong, but I mean, it's one of those things that you want to try to lick this in the bud, and the only way you're going to do that is by trying to eliminate the amount of spread as easy spread. Because right now, if everybody's unvaccinated, it just goes wild. It's like a wildfire. It's unchecked, right?
And I mean the chance, the chance of spreading it is diminished a bit.
It is diminished to some degree, yes.
To some degree. I mean,
you can still get it.
You can still, and I mean, let's face it. I mean, it's not 100% effective. We know that. I mean, everybody knows that.
Neither is a condom.
Well, yeah, exactly. Right. I mean, there are people who are going to get COVID when they have a shot, and unfortunately are going to, have a hard time with it and maybe pass away because still, I mean, again, that's like underlining issues, of course, the vaccine helps out, but it's not, a cure.
At the end of the day, here's the thing. If you choose not to get it, it's your life. I completely understand that. I may not personally agree with it, but that's me, and you don't have to listen to a fucking word I say. However, for the safety of myself and my family, when I go somewhere, I want to make sure that it's somewhere where the risk is minimized as much as possible. Not for me, not for my wife, but for my daughter. That's it, right? And that's bottom line, right? I mean, if it wasn't for that, if it was just myself, I wouldn't care. When we had SARS back in the early 2000s, you remember that, Steve?
Well, it hit Toronto bad.
I didn't care. I went out and still did things like I was, young, dumb, full of piss, right?
I did too. I mean, look at the bird flu. Look at the bird flu when that hit.
I didn't care because I was single. I didn't give a shit, right? But now I have that added, layer that I need to worry about. It's not just me anymore, right? So I gotta, be concerned about that aspect as well, right? And I want to make sure that I do everything I can to protect them. That's it.
Yeah, it's
yeah. Anyway, back to the woodlot.
Back to the woodlot.
Yeah.
Well, let's just say, hopefully, come the spring, everything will be somewhat back to normal.
I hope so. Yeah, I hope so too.
I really do. I just
it's draining. It's mentally.
It's beyond draining.
Yeah, it's mentally and emotionally draining.
The fact that they the fact that they opened the border today, was it today or tomorrow?
Yeah, I don't know if it's. I haven't been paying attention, to be honest with you.
I think they opened the U.S. border 12 o'clock midnight last night. Yeah, they did as of Monday morning. But it's like, oh, I can go, I can travel back over. But the thing is, when I come back, I still have to fucking pay for a COVID test,
Even though you're fully vaxxed?
even though I'm fully vaxxed.
That kind of
So
sounds stupid.
it's stupid. It's stupid.
Yeah, Simon says they might regret that at some point. Are you talking
What's
about
that?
yourself being vaxxed? Okay. That's what I'm laughing
Well,
at.
I mean, I wonder, like everybody else does, about the long-term effects. I mean, let's face it. I mean,
No, that's not what he meant. He goes, I think they might want me to be around a bit longer. And I go, they might regret that at some point.
Oh yeah,
Him being around longer, yeah.
No, I know. But we're talking about regret and
Yeah.
vax and stuff like that. I mean, I don't necessarily regret being vaxxed, but I wonder. I mean, obviously, like anything in life, you wonder about the long term.
Of course, but that's with anything, right? I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, you also got to look at the fact that I can't speak for you, Steve, obviously, and I can't speak for anybody else, but I know that as a child, I was vaccinated for a bunch of things, right?
Yes.
You know what I mean?
But I think the big worry about this, in particular, we'll say the two mRNA vaccines that are new technology, and a lot of people seem to think that being chipped and all this kind of shit. I mean, come on, really?
That's the excuse I hear all the time. Not just for this.
And the 666 strain, and I'm hearing all sorts of ludicrous.
With the chipping thing, I always keep referring to this. They're tracking you with this.
Well, that's what I say.
If they want to, if they really want to, you've already done the work for them by buying into all these smartphones.
You don't need to put a chip in you.
No, they don't need to invest billions of dollars in research and development to come up with nanotechnology to be able to put inside you, create this pandemic so that they can have this inserted inside you, when all they need to do is track you with this.
Not only that, I mean, when you do your shopping, when you use debit, when you do your banking, when you collect air miles, when you collect
anything.
People don't understand.
I know. Well, it's
look at, all these companies have these collect points.
Yep.
Sign up and collect points, and you get hooked into this shit. That is a form of control in itself. They're controlling, and they're getting you to spend. You spend an extra $5 more, you get free shipping.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't need to spend $5 more. I've already spent $100. Why do I need to spend $105 to get shipping that's going to cost me? It's just fucking stupid.
It's the way the world works.
Yeah,
it's unfortunate.
It is. It's really unfortunate. Yep. We'll take a break here in like a couple minutes. So again, thanks for tuning into or watching us. Nocturnal Frequency Radio here live on the New Visions Radio Network, and of course simulcasting on our YouTube channel. I want to thank everybody who's stopped by tonight. Let us know. You're with us. Stop in the chat room, say hi. You got a question, comment, whatever. Hey, yeah, whatever. We'll keep the lines open tonight. Excuse me. For those who would like to call into the show, you can do so by calling. What's the number again? 716-406-4472 is the number to call. Once again, that is 716-406-4472 is the number to call. If you're listening to us live on the New Visions Radio Network or watching us on YouTube, one of the two, give us a call at 716-406-4472. 4472, the number to call. Yeah, we're just going to talk. I guess when we come back from break, the one thing that's driving me nuts, and it's been a long time. It hasn't stopped, but the amount of stupidity in the world of the paranormal.
Oh, wow. That deserves a couple of shows.
And I have to say, there's one person in particular that sort of re-emerged and has a very, very blemished, history
Mm.
with screwing people over, and yet this guy is,
Ooh,
continuing.
I know who you're talking about.
Huh?
I know who you're talking about.
You know who I'm talking about?
I'm pretty sure I know who you're talking about.
Who am I talking about?
I don't want to say it right now.
Okay. We'll keep it till we come back.
Yeah.
Yeah. So once again, if you'd like to follow us, you can follow us at, on Twitter at Dark Discussions. God, oh my God, here we
Instagram.
go. Instagram. Oh my God, we got so many friggin' things now. Instagram, you can Nocturnal Frequency Radio, and Facebook. Just type in Nocturnal Frequency Radio, and you'll find us the easiest way. Just typing in Nocturnal Frequency Radio. Yeah. Until then, hold tight. We'll be right back here in a few minutes. You're listening and watching Nocturnal Frequency Radio here on both the New Visions Radio Network and, of course, YouTube. Don't go anywhere. Nocturnal Frequency Radio here live on the New Visions Radio Network, and of course simulcasting on our YouTube channel. I want to thank everybody who's tuned in and joined us on YouTube or the New Visions Radio Network. Blah 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 blah. Yeah, we were just talking about, when the last time we had the flu. It's been so long,
Yeah.
Like I said, I just remember the last time I had the flu. It knocked me it knocked me flat.
The one I got didn't knock me flat, but I mean, I felt like shit, obviously, but it was such a long time ago, and I remember specifically because it was 2002, it was shortly after my father passed away, because I bought a new car, my first brand new car, right? And in order for me to get the insurance immediately back then, now it's all over the phone. You can do it all over the phone. It's pretty quick. But back then, you had to go to the office. If you wanted it right away, you had to go to their head office to get it done, like written up and everything done. And TD Insurance at the time was in Kitchener. Yeah. So I had to book a day off from work, drive out to Kitchener, and as I was driving to Kitchener is when I started feeling it. You know how you get those chills in you feel it in your bones? Yeah. I started feeling it on the drive to Kitchener. So I finally get there. I do all I need to do. I progressively start feeling worse and worse as the day goes on. And then I had to drive back while I was feeling like shit. And after I got home, first I stopped by the dealership and provided them all the details so they can go out and get the license plate and everything. And then I went home and I just crashed for a few hours, man. I was just fucking baked, right? But yeah, that's the last time I got the flu.
Yeah, that would fucking suck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you got it when you were in Florida, right?
What?
You said you got it when you were in Florida?
I was in Florida, man. I touched down Tampa. My in-laws picked me up from the airport, driving home, grabbed a bite to eat because I was so hungry. And I got in there late. And the next day, like the next morning when I woke up, I started feeling like shit. I'm like, oh man, this fucking sucks. So I was wavering between, food poisoning or flu, and I thought, okay, maybe it was just something I ate at the restaurant that we grabbed food at. And I said, okay, but normally food poisoning is about 24 hours roughly, This thing raged on past 24 hours, and I go, okay, it's got to be a flu. It's got to be a flu. I mean, it can't be anything else. It really, like, had a fever. I don't know how many times I was up, yakking. I just dehydrated, you name it, just all the classic symptoms, you know what I mean?
Yep.
But I was, and the funny thing is, I had tickets for a beer festival. And I'm like, I'm not going to be able to go to this, man. I'm in no shape to go drink beer.
Yeah.
And thankfully, like I said, it started breaking, and I was able to go. But I gingerly, I took my time in the beginning of the festival because I'm like, I better not go nuts because I just had the flu or whatever else. I don't know what it was, but things worked out. But yeah, it was just insane, man. Like I said, I had not had a flu like that in years.
Same here. I mean, my wife got sick with what did she get? Bronchitis, I think it was.
Yeah, I had bronchial pneumonia one year.
Yeah, I think she had bronchitis, and she had the fever for a couple of days, and eventually it broke. But I was there with her, and I didn't catch anything, and I got lucky, I guess you could say. right? Because I was taking care of her. So, and yeah, but like I said, the last time I seriously got ill, I mean, I've had colds, right?
Yeah.
Which is nothing, right? But, you know, seriously ill was back in, like I said, 2002 when I got the flu, and that was it. I've been clean or not clean.
You've been clean and sober.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I've been clean and sober since 2002. Yeah, you know, so
Since
knock on wood, you know.
2002.
Anyway,
Since 2002.
yeah, back in the old days.
Sorry?
Back in the old days.
Back in the old days. So anyways, you know, like I said, there's the world of the paranormal. It's never disappointing in terms of the amount of stupidity that floats around in it. But you know, lately I've seen somebody sort of appear out of the woodwork that I'm surprised has sort of reappeared with open arms, if you will. And that's Ryan Buell of Paranormal State. I was never a big fan of the show. I mean, the show was demons this, demonic that. I think it was one of Dr. Demon Gore's favorite shows.
Apparently.
But he's had a past of infamy, if you will. Everything from ripping people off from conventions that he'd organize and cancel and not refund the money. I can't. I think 2 or 3 times that has happened, if not more. The guy had a drug problem, I know, for a while, and he was caught stealing a car. I think it was 2017.
Wow.
So here's this guy appearing on the circuit again. Most recently, not too long ago, I think it was only a week or two ago, at a Warren convention, Ed and Lorraine Warren convention. He was invited to, and I'm like, wow. I mean, I wonder if he's ever paid back the people that he's ripped off.
Who knows?
Is
there ever any lawsuits?
I'm sure there's lots of lawsuits out there, but how would you feel if you paid to go to a convention, a paranormal convention, and it was canceled and there was no refund, and the guy was never jailed?
I'd be pretty pissed.
Yeah, and there was a lot of people pissed.
Yeah.
But I mean, this is what I mean. These guys, they get away with fucking hell.
Yeah.
They get away with fucking hell. They really do.
That's crazy.
And sadly, as much as you like to warn people not to get suckered into this shit, people do, because they like the person or the show or whatever to a certain point, and don't realize when that TV show and that person in person and convention, wherever this person is sort of appearing, is totally different. It's not the same level. You're not seeing that person on TV. You're seeing the real person.
Yeah.
That person on TV is scripted. No matter how much you like to think it is real, it's not real. It's the furthest thing from being real. It's still scripted.
Yeah, it's almost like meeting your teenage idol for the first time, and realizing that the person is completely the opposite of what they portray on TV or on wherever medium, right? It's very disappointing. That's why I don't even bother. Like, I've never been one of those people who cared to meet people, and like, I've just never been like that. So it doesn't make any difference to me. Like, if I come across someone, I mean, hey, there was one time when I went down. What was it? The old. It's no longer called the Trump Tower down in downtown Toronto. It's called something else now.
Yeah.
But we were there. My wife and I were there for a friend's wedding because they had the reception there, and so we were leaving on the way out, and who did we see there? What's the guy's name now? It's a pretty famous Canadian actor. Hold on.
There's a few of those.
I know. Give me a sec. What show did he do? He did a sitcom. I'm fucking horrible with names, man. Jesus Christ. Anyway, regardless, if I remember his name, I'll say it. But
yeah, okay.
The point is, he was there.
Yeah.
Right. And I'm like, and I see him. I'm like, oh, hey, how's it going? Right. Like, I didn't really care, but I'm like, yeah. He's like, I was like, hey, that's it. I'm not one of those guys who's like, oh my God, can I have your fucking autograph? No, I don't give a shit about that. Right. That's the point I was trying to make.
I've never been, I mean, I can't really say I've ever been starstruck. I mean, yeah, there are people that, there are people I'd like to meet. Don't get me wrong. There are people that I like to meet, and when I do meet them, it's not like, oh, can I have your autograph? I don't know how many people I've seen that, you know, like when I got to work with David Carradine, I'm like, oh my God, I'm working with David Carradine. You know, can I have your autograph? No, I never asked for his autograph. You know, I think, you know, sitting down and talking with the guy was enough.
Yep.
You know, it was fascinating to just listen to see where this guy's head was. I mean, if anybody knew who David Carradine was or what he was like, knew that this guy lived quite an eccentric sort of lifestyle on top of his acting.
Mm-hmm.
He was a very unusual person, man, but damn. When you got to know him in person, it was totally different.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm trying to look for the guy's name. It's driving me nuts now.
And he's a well-known Canadian actor that had a sitcom.
Yeah. It's one of those, you know, like feel-good sitcoms.
Feel-good sitcom with a Canadian actor.
Okay, maybe you might be able to. His son's in music. He has a son that's in the music industry.
That doesn't narrow it down.
No? Okay.
No.
Damn it. It's gonna fucking drive me nuts.
His son's in the music. Yeah. Are you talking about Alan Thicke?
That's it. Yes.
Alan Thicke?
Yes.
Wow, what a stab.
Alan Thicke was the guy who was at the Trump Tower when I was there. And he was in the elevator with us on the way down.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow. Alan Thicke.
Yep. Good old Alan Thicke.
Good old Alan Thicke.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
He's still alive? No, he's not.
Yeah? No, he had a heart attack.
Yeah, he died in 2016.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot about that. Yeah. When you said actor that his son was in the music business, I don't think of his son. Like, I never was a fan of his son's music anyway.
Yeah, so. But he's not overly popular either, right? But I mean, that's Robin Thicke. Yeah, that's his son's name. But I mean,
Thicke, yeah.
I think I must have heard maybe like one of his songs a while ago, but that's about it.
And it left such an impression on you. Look at,
Exactly. That's my point. I mean, I'm not the type of guy who, if I see someone famous, like, hey, cool. I saw someone famous. I'm not going to go up to the guy or girl or whoever it is and say, hey, do I have your autograph? I really don't care for that shit.
Come on, there's got to be somebody out there that you'd like. You'd literally ooze all over.
Ooze?
Yeah.
I don't know about that.
Come on.
Nah.
Come on.
Not that
Anton
I can think
LaVey.
of. Huh? Anton LaVey? Bring him back from the dead. Yeah, sure.
No, seriously. If Anton LaVey or Aleister Crowley were still alive.
Yeah. But they're not really movie stars, really.
No, they don't have to be. Who says they have to be movie stars?
So, okay, so refine what you're asking. Are you talking about anybody famous? Like, it doesn't have to be like movies or...
Anybody famous.
Okay. Well, I still wouldn't drool over it or ooze or however you put it. But, if there would be anybody who I would like to meet and have a conversation with, would definitely be either LaVey or Crowley, as opposed to any Hollywood movie actor.
Okay, so you've got a room. Okay, so you're in a room and you got Anton LaVey in one corner and then Aleister Crowley in the other corner, and then all of a sudden H.P. Lovecraft walks in.
Oh, fuck.
Where do you go?
Good question.
What, and H.P. Lovecraft walks over to the far corner.
I'd probably go to Crowley.
Really?
Yeah.
Out of all three, you'd go to Crowley. Why Crowley?
Because he's the type of guy that you could probably actually learn something from.
Why is that?
Because he was in magic, like doing magic for a very long time. LaVey is more of a showman, right?
Well, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, obviously.
I don't think I don't think he was ever in any sort of magical circle. He just sort of made it up as he went along. H.P. Lovecraft, I love his stories, but I mean, I can read them. I don't have to actually talk to him, right? So, plus,
but wouldn't you be interested to know where he got the ideas from? Where they?
Well, he has a demented mind. That's bottom line.
Well, yeah. I mean, come on. You're telling me all three of them didn't have a demented mind?
Okay, in their own way, yes.
Yeah.
They all had demented minds, but
sure.
Literally speaking, because H.P. Lovecraft was an author, I can actually delve into the depths of his minds by reading his stories.
Okay.
Right? Whereas Crowley, he's written some books, but I'm almost certain that there's so much that he hasn't written that he knows about that I would love to just sort of pick his brains at. You know what I mean? And like I said, LaVey is just a showman. So it's like, okay, fine. If I had to choose one of the three, it would be Crowley. Just because of that.
So Crowley's your go-to guy. End of story.
Yep. If I had to put it in order, it would be Crowley, LaVey, and then H.P. Lovecraft.
Well, that's interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, is there somebody else in that mix that I'm forgetting that you would, okay, we'll call it a party of five. Okay, so you got Anton LaVey, you got Aleister Crowley, and you got H.P. Lovecraft. Who are two other people you'd add to that party?
Who are two other people add to the party? And they alive or dead?
What?
Do they have to be alive or dead?
Look, all three of them are dead, so fuck. They can be both. It doesn't matter.
All right.
Either or.
Who else would I add to that? Good Lord. Yeah, it's alive would actually be Andrew Collins.
Andrew Collins?
Yeah, I would add him to the mix.
Yeah, Andrew Collins. Yeah, very, very cool.
Someone else would be... I can't think of the name right now, but they were part of the Golden Dawn as well, along with Crowley. I forgot his name now. I think it was Eliphas Levi. I can't remember if that's exactly his name. But yeah, it would have to be someone else who was in that sort of magical circle kind of thing.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, Alan Collins.
Andrew Collins.
Andrew Collins.
Yeah.
Who's the guy? I'm just trying to think who we could add in there. Who we can add in there, for the fifth person.
Well, I just said it. Eliphas Levi is the fifth one.
Who?
Eliphas Levi.
Oh, Levi. Yeah.
No,
yeah.
Levi was part of the Golden Dawn as well. I think that's his name. But Levi, I know Levi is. I'm not 100% sure about the first name, but the last name is right.
So who do you think with the personalities would come out on top?
Crowley for sure.
Huh?
Hands down, Crowley would.
Crowley would come up top.
Yep.
And that's what in your mind.
Yeah. Well, just from what I read about the guy. Just the kind of life he's led and what the kind of person he seems to be from what I've read.
Yeah.
He would definitely be the guy who's really definitely up there.
Okay, so let me ask you, what would be your first question that you'd ask him?
What the fuck were you thinking? That's a question I would ask.
About what?
About this whole magical thing. So he began his life in magic at a very young age, right?
Okay.
And the way I worded it is obviously trying to be a little bit comical as well. But the point I'm trying to make is, what drove you, to do this? Why this path at such a young age? And I know to some extent it had to do with his family life, if I remember correctly. It's been a while since I read his story from his childhood. But he had a very strict upbringing, very religious upbringing.
Yeah.
And, it was almost like one of those things where it's like, he wasn't religious like myself. And he rebelled when he could. And I think when his parents passed away, he inherited quite a bit of money from them because they were well off. And he basically spent his whole life delving into the occult. He joined the Golden Dawn and he had his, run-ins with the other members, which is why he left and sort of took over the OTO, order or whatever it's called, the OTO.
Yeah.
Leave it at that. But he also had another society that I think he himself created called the AA, not Alcoholics Anonymous, something else. And then from there he went on to head the OTO. He wasn't the founder of the OTO, but he joined and basically took over and basically brought it to, for lack of a better term, to prominence. Back in the day, right? So, but I guess it's one of those things where it's like, how do you even go that road? Like, you have to, when it comes to magical studies, you have to sort of be all in or forget about it. Yeah. It's like anything, right? It's like even with religion, you can't just be, half-assed, because if you're half-assed, then why even bother considering yourself religious? You know what I mean? You're either all in or you don't. Especially with magic. Exactly. Especially with magic. Because with magic, you have to actually, it's not just a belief system. You actually have to practice it. Depending on which one you're talking about. But you have to actually do, your work on it, right? So that's one question that I would definitely love to ask him if I had the opportunity. What drove you to this? I mean, yeah, you had strict parents. Anybody who comes from a European background will attest to the fact that their parents were strict, more so than not, right? Yeah. My parents were okay. When it came to me, because I'm the youngest of 6, they kind of gave up. But first few, the first few.
They gave up.
Yeah, it was like, okay, whatever. You know, by the time they got to me, it's like, yeah, whatever, do whatever you want. But the first couple of children were like, they were pretty strict with them, right? But so it was like one of those things. But nevertheless, I mean, they were strict in their own ways. Like they didn't want, they didn't want you to do certain things. They want things done a certain way, that kind of stuff. So it was just, it's an intriguing sort of life that he led. And I just wanted to, I'd love to be able to hear from him directly why he chose to go that path.
Once again, the lines are open. If somebody would like to call, you can do so at you can call 716-406-4472. Once again, that is 716-406-4472, the number to call. The lines are open. Yeah, I mean, that's it's a tough scenario when you're put in that position where, like, if it's not just one person that you admire, but several.
I would like, I'll be honest with you, I'd love to be able to talk to any one of those guys. And unfortunately, the only person I could literally talk to now is Andrew Collins, because he's still alive, obviously, right?
Yeah.
He's the only one out of all of those 5 that I could actually have a conversation with if I was given the opportunity.
Well, he wrote the book, what is the Black Angel? What's
Black Alchemist.
Black Alchemist.
But that's not the only book he's written. But he's written a slew of other books. But
that's one of your favorite books.
Yeah, it's my favorite book, and it's one of his earlier books. Like he had written, I think a couple prior to that didn't really, I guess, do as well as the Black Alchemist. But since then, he's branched off into other sort of, I guess, fields. Like he's really into and I have a couple of his newer books, but I haven't read them yet. Into not Egyptology per se, but kind of, because he does a lot of like research into the pyramids and the sort of the underground sort of secret tunnels underneath the pyramids and all of that stuff. I have to read them because I don't know too much about it. But again, so the Black Alchemist was based on psychic questing, right? Where he went out and found these sort of markers that this guy was leaving around these sites around where he lived in the south of England, and but he branched off into this sort of I hate to call it Egyptology because it's not, but for lack of a better term, we'll call it that for now, based on the same psychic that was involved in the Black Alchemist, based on information that he provided him about these secret tunnels underneath the pyramids. Yeah. Right? So that's why he branched off into that, and he's been doing that ever since, as far as I could tell. Right? But yeah, he's definitely someone I would love to have a conversation with if I ever had the opportunity. Just to sort of like, again, this is a guy who's led a very intriguing life, in my opinion, because he's been involved in the occult from his younger days as well, magic. But then he went into, the psychic questing thing, and then, that alone was just intriguing. You know what I mean? And then from there, he goes on to this other stuff, right? It's an interesting life, right? Just to find out exactly how did this all happen? Like, where did it all begin? What got you interested in all this stuff?
Well, when you think about the research one does for something like that, I mean, that takes a lot of research.
Of course, yeah.
And I mean, let's face it, in this day and age, for somebody to go through that sort of research is, I'm sorry, I really don't think they do the same type of research. To me, it doesn't seem like the research is as thorough, if at all, like it used to be.
Yeah.
I mean, look at now, we've got the internet, so it makes it a little easier, a lot easier.
It also makes it a lot more convoluted if you don't know what you're looking for.
That, and I mean, yeah, exactly. What do you believe too?
Yeah.
I mean, there's so much misinformation online that makes it
It makes it hard.
really hard,
Yeah.
extremely hard.
It's
So it's,
yeah. What about you? Like, well, who would you put in that sort of group?
who would I put in that group? I don't
Yeah.
know, man.
It must be at least one person.
Me, I've already talked to one person, and that's me. It is totally different. Like, I don't know. I always admired Stanley Kubrick. I always admired his vision. I always admired his movies. His vision was just incredible. Um, uh, Dario Argento,
Mm.
who I had, uh, the opportunity to interview a few years ago and actually go see a premiere of his movie with him and his daughter. Um, so I mean that was kind of, and you know it's not necessarily writing a book, but it's writing a book visually. The way I look at these guys are authors, but visual authors.
Yep.
The stuff that what they've been able to do, what they've done over the years. Stanley Kubrick has his films have. I don't know if you've seen any Kubrick films. Have you seen any Kubrick films at all?
Yeah, I think the only one I can think of at the top of my head is Eyes Wide Shut.
Um, have you seen Clockwork Orange?
No, I haven't.
Oh man, have you seen 2001: A Space Odyssey?
Long time ago. Yeah.
I mean, these are movies that basically broke the barrier, that refined um, cinema. Made people make choices. And he himself was uh, what's the word I'm looking for? Um, he was afraid to travel. He would not leave.
Hmm.
When he filmed the movie, it'd have to be in a certain location. He would not. He was initially from uh, New York City, and moved to the UK after so many years, and he would not. He was afraid to fly.
Hmm. Interesting.
He was afraid to fly, afraid to travel in many instances. I can't even. Oh my God.
Instances.
Yeah, I can never say that word. I don't know. That's one of the words I can't say. Um, and he would not. Yeah, he was, and that's why a lot of people, when he died, there was this whole conspiracy around it. The reason why he died.
Hmm.
Um, I mean, obviously, he's linked to the moon landing.
Really?
A lot of people believe that the U.S. never made it to the moon. NASA never made it to the moon. That in fact, uh, Stanley Kubrick was hired to film uh, uh, a moon landing, and a lot of what you see from the original sort of footage was actually doctored and directed by Stanley Kubrick. Holy moly, sorry. In front of like a live camera in a sound studio on a studio. So, I mean, is that true? I don't know. I mean, it makes you wonder, and that's a question that I would love to ask him. Unfortunately, he's no longer around. You know, he's dead now.
I'm
But
trying to contact him with the Ouija board.
yeah, so it makes you wonder. I mean, these questions are left open.
Yeah.
And of course, people are you know, will say, look, it's real. It really happened. But did it? You know, did we really go to the moon? Was it really filmed? You know, I'd love to know, just like everybody else. You know, did we really go to the moon?
Go there.
What?
Go to the moon.
Yeah.
Get
Sure.
Elon Musk to send you to the moon.
Yeah, Elon Musk. Yeah, I'd love to go to the moon. But, you know, do they really want you to get close to the moon?
Who's they?
Yeah, good question. They.
The aliens, the Greys,
No, the government.
who are run by the Greys.
What do they know? What do they know about the what do they know about the moon that they're not telling us about?
It's hollow. It's made of cheese.
I mean, a lot of people will say that about Earth.
Yeah. Some people believe the Earth is hollow. Yes.
Hollow. Well, yeah. I mean, you got hollow Earth theory, and then you got flat Earth theory.
And the
Do you which one would you believe the most?
Neither, but if I had to choose one, the hollow Earth sounds a little bit more plausible.
Yeah, I mean, if there was something, yeah, I tend to lean towards the hollow Earth.
Yeah.
I mean, the thought of the Earth being hollow and having this sort of,
Whole new
you know,
world.
sorry.
A whole different world down there.
Well, there's a TV show that just started called La Brea.
I heard about that vaguely. Yeah.
Yeah, it's actually not a bad show, but basically it opens up with this huge sinkhole opening in downtown Los Angeles, and people falling into it, and next thing you know, you know, they don't die; they actually reappear in prehistoric Los Angeles,
Okay.
and what happens is some sort of portal is sort of opened up, and some prehistoric animals are let out into, you know, present day Los Angeles.
Huh.
So, but basically what they're centering on though is the people that fell into this hole and are now in prehistoric Los Angeles. And the husband of one of the victims has been having visions of this particular area.
Hmm.
And he knows, well, my wife is still alive, my kid is still alive. You know, I see it. And there's some sort of, like, in the beginning they're trying to like go and trying to cross that threshold. They can't cross that threshold.
Yep.
So I mean, it's an interesting show.
What channel is that on again?
I couldn't tell you what channel it's on.
I know I've seen the ads for it or commercials for it, but I'm going to look it up.
Yeah, no, I don't know what channel it's on. Yeah, it is. It is very interesting. I've liked it so far. I you know, can't say that I haven't liked it. I've enjoyed it so far. So I'm willing to give it a shot, and but for some reason, I think it's probably going to be one of those shows that gets the axe after the first season.
Yeah.
That's just the nature of the beast. You know, these shows that it just no.
There was one show that they canceled. There's a couple of shows that I liked that got canceled right after the first season. I can't see if I can find out. Fuck.
Well, one show I'd like them to bring back is oh my god.
Yeah, see?
It had more than one season, obviously, but you liked it as well. Oh, what the hell?
Tell me the premise and maybe I might remember.
Oh, Grimm.
Oh, Grimm, yeah. Fuck,
Grimm.
I would love that.
Yeah, Grimm.
That?
Yeah, The Tar. The Tar. Have you watched it, Simon, at all? If you have, what are your thoughts? I mean, I don't mind it. Like I said, I unfortunately I seem to think that it might be one of those shows that gets the axe.
You remember the show Alcatraz?
Vaguely.
It's a series that I think was only on for a season. Yeah, I enjoyed that one, and then they just pulled the plug on it like after a season or so.
What was the premise? I can't remember. Yeah, 4400. Great show. They brought it back, and apparently it sucks.
4400. I never even heard of that one.
4400. The original series was actually really cool. I'd have to go back and watch it.
So the premise of Alcatraz is that a bunch of inmates from when the prison was active disappear and then show up in present day. So these people were this sort of unit was put together to try to track these people down and bring them back to Alcatraz, right? But
I don't think I ever watched it.
It was only on. I think honestly, I think it was only on for literally one season, and then they axed it. Yeah, one season.
Sucks.
That's right.
I mean, they got so many good shows that have great premises, and then they just fucking kill them.
Yeah. I'm trying to remember the other one. It was based out of New York. Something to do with.
That's a good one.
666 Park Avenue.
Oh yeah.
That was another one that they axed after one season. I was pissed off about. Yeah.
There was there was another show. What the hell was the name of it again? And basically, it was after. It took place after a nuclear holocaust. What was it called? Revolution? No. Oh man.
Yeah, as you can see, folks, we're horrible with names.
Terrible, but
terrible.
There's so many great shows that were axed after one season. Was it Revolution? I can't remember. Have you watched the 100?
No.
It's actually not a bad show.
Marcy loved Grimm too. Yeah, it was a great show.
Grimm was classic.
Great, yeah, Grimm was awesome. I'm just, you know what? At least I'm glad. I know they in my opinion they cut that show too short. I know you feel the same way, Steve. But I'm glad at the very least that they kind of tied up the loose ends in season 6.
Well, they had to.
Yeah.
Right? You know, they had to. I mean, at least do the justice and tie up those loose ends.
Yeah.
There's a lot of shows that that don't have that,
luxury
of tying up those loose ends. They just axed by.
Yep.
Because I mean, most of the shit's been canceled, right?
Yep.
You know what show that I feared? Um, I hugely feared would be fucking shit. And when I heard that they were going to redo it, because the original series was, when you're a kid was great. And then they bring it back was Battlestar Galactica.
Mm.
Did you ever see that series?
I've watched episodes here and there, but I've never really got into it.
Fucking great show, man. Like I'm telling you, they really did an amazing job. Like the backstory, the characters, really, 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 really cool. I was so impressed.
Talking about the original or the remake?
The remake. The remake, and a lot of people were like, "Oh, well, why are they doing this? Why are they doing that?" It made sense.
Yeah.
It was a really good show. I really enjoyed it. I mean, I highly recommend it. You know what was a good show that they axed earlier too was Continuum. Did you ever watch that?
Oh yeah.
Oh, I love that show.
I know. So did I.
That was
I have all the seasons on DVD.
Yeah, that great show. There was another one too I watched at the time, roughly around the same time as Continuum. What was the name of it? Oh man, this is torture. Yes,
Yeah.
this is torture. This is what you call torture. Trying to remember the name of his fucking TV show. Oh my god.
Especially after having a few.
Well, no, even saying I'd still beat it. Yeah. Oh, what the hell? Amanda. Oh, what the hell is her name?
Amanda Hug and Kiss.
No, Amanda Hug and Kiss. Oh, Sanctuary.
Yes. Love that show.
That was a great show.
That was a fantastic show.
Fantastic show, man. I love this. See, again, another show.
Again, talk about the Hollow Earth theory. That was prominent towards I think season 2 or 3. But that was a great show. I love that show.
That was really good, man.
Yeah.
Really enjoyed that show.
Yeah.
Really enjoyed that.
Yeah, this is why. Yeah, exactly, Simon. Exactly. That's exactly what it is. And you know what? The drinking doesn't help either.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah.
It eventually comes back to you, but yeah, it's exactly what it is. Yeah, getting older.
Yeah.
And it really sucks.
Yep.
It's like these things, eh? Fucking glasses.
The spectacles.
Oh man.
There's also like really not very well known series that I enjoyed watching, like Warehouse 13.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. Not everybody did.
I tried.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I couldn't get into it.
Eureka was another one.
Which one?
Eureka was another one.
Okay.
It was done, I think, by the same creators, and they even did a cross between the two at one point. Right. They were pretty good shows. Again, they weren't very popular, but I enjoyed watching them.
You know what was cool? I don't know if you ever watched it, but Friday the 13th, the TV series.
I haven't watched the series, but I do remember seeing them here and there, like on TV. But so was Poltergeist, The Legacy.
Yeah, Poltergeist. Yeah, that's a cool show.
Yeah, and that was only on for 4 seasons, but it was a great show. Hey, Joe. What's going on, Joe?
How are ya? Joe, thanks for joining us, man. Joe, the Florida Trailblazer. Oh, man, it's so great to have you on.
Dexter series. And
Yeah,
Dexter.
the Dexters. You know what? I started watching I started watching Dexter when it first came out, and then I don't know, I just trailed off.
Yeah.
Did you ever watch it?
Nah, I had no interest in it.
Really?
Yeah.
The serial killer?
What are you trying to say? That I'm a serial killer?
Yeah.
No.
That's exactly.
Friday the 13th. Yeah, Joe remembers Friday the 13th. Yeah. I remember it too. I just never really watched it.
You know what? It's a good series to catch up on. It really is. It is so cool. I mean, everybody like, I don't know about you, but were you an X-Files fan?
No.
What?
No, I was not.
You didn't like the X-Files?
I've watched a few episodes, but I just could never get into it.
You love the paranormal, but
Yeah.
you could never get into that. Why couldn't you get into?
Hey,
the
I don't
X-Files?
watch any of the paranormal shows. So what?
Yeah, but I mean, those are different.
Yeah.
What
no, I don't know what it was. I
good
just couldn't
show-
get into it.
You know what a good show was? Millennium.
Millennium.
Yeah,
Who's that
with
with?
Lance Hendrickson.
Who?
Lance Hendrickson.
I don't think I remember watching it.
Dude, you gotta watch it.
Yeah.
I think you would enjoy that one.
Okay.
Millennium.
Joe, just so you know, I love he loves the
Redmond.
X-Files. I love the triple X-Files myself, personally.
Redmond in the Mixler chat says Kolchak. Yeah, the Night Stalker. Incredible.
Night Stalker.
Incredible show.
Yeah.
Come on, name another show. Come on. We're on a roll. We're on a roll here. Come on.
Trying to think. There was this one series. Okay. I'm gonna preface it with, it was done by that Aaron Spelling guy.
Oh God.
Exactly.
No.
Exactly.
No.
It was a vampire series.
Oh.
Didn't
fuck.
last very long.
Kendrick?
Yes.
Oh my God.
I actually didn't mind it. I didn't mind it.
You
It
know
wasn't
what?
horrible.
It wasn't bad.
It wasn't horrible.
It wasn't bad.
But what was the other one that I really enjoyed?
Yes, Creepshow was cool. Creepshow's cool.
Did you ever watch? And it only lasted for one season, unfortunately. But Blade the series.
I didn't watch a series. I mean, the movies obviously, but I never watched a series. No.
So when I first heard they were making a series out of it, I was like, and obviously Wesley Snipes wasn't on it. I was like, I don't know. And when I watched the first couple episodes, I still wasn't completely sold on the new character or the new actor playing the character of Blade, but he grew on me, right?
Yeah.
And the show actually, started getting better as the season went, in my opinion, anyway. Started getting better as it went along, and only to get canceled after the first season. I was like, you gotta be fucking shitting me. It's just starting to get good, and now you're canceling it.
You know what show I started watching for the very first time in God knows how many years is a British sci-fi serial called UFO. And it only lasted a season. And I have to tell you, man, I'm barely impressed with it. It's on Prime now if you want to check it out. You got Prime?
Yeah, I got Prime.
Check it out, man. It's actually really cool.
What was that? Which show was this?
It's called UFO.
Oh, UFO, okay.
And some of the subject matter it has blown me away. And one in particular was that they actually covered human mutilation.
Oh, hey, there you go.
And when that threw me for a fucking loop when I'm like, wait a sec, this is like 1970.
Yeah.
I think it was like 1970, and they're talking about human mutilation. What the fuck? A TV show. What did they know? What did they know? You know?
Marcy says she loves Lucifer the series. Yeah, agreed. That's a fun show.
I tried. I couldn't.
I like
couldn't
it.
get into it.
I like it. It's fun. It's a fun show.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I tried. I don't know. I don't know what it is. I can't get into it.
Tom Ellis does a great job as Lucifer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll probably give it a shot again, but I'm like that.
I like the way that, Tom Ellis is the guy who plays the character of Lucifer in the series. I like his sort of dry sense of humor and his sort of like superiority complex. So, you know what I mean? Obviously, he's the devil, right? So he's going to have that, right? They actually had Lucifer in the Legends. Yeah. Oh, that reminds me.
Uh-oh.
I don't know why it reminded me, but it does remind me. Constantine, the series.
Oh, yeah, Constantine.
I fucking hated when they canceled that one. That was a fucking great show.
See, I never watched it. I mean, I have to watch it.
Yeah, I watched that. I watched what was it on for? 1 or 2 seasons? Can't remember if it was on for. Anyway, it was good, and I fucking pissed me off when they canceled it.
Redmond in chat mentions, and I've yet to watch this, and I know this is a cult British TV show called Sapphire and Steel. Apparently, it's a really cool series. I have yet to watch it, but there's another one that I watched. I have the box set for. Oh man. This drives me nuts. I gotta have the box set in front of me. Really, really good paranormal based TV show of the UK in the 70s, Redmond. If you can remind me, I know of all people, you'll know this show. 70s based UK. It only lasted a season, as far as I know. I only have a season.
Porn, is it?
Huh?
Not 70s porn with Richard, is it?
Yeah, no.
All right, just making sure.
What's the name of it again? Oh my god, I've got the box set. I got to get the box set. It's driving me nuts.
Just type it up, man.
No, not Children of the Stones. Thanks. That's another good one. I haven't seen in years, but no, it's not Children of the Stones. It's about a guy. Oh my god. Oh. Are you typing it in?
Trying to.
70s
if I can
British
figure it out.
Paranormal show. Oh my god. It was so good too. Oh, it was so good.
That's
obviously I bought the box set. Huh?
It's fucking ads.
It was so good.
Penny Dreadful isn't dead, I don't think. Worst Witch.
No. You said the name, I know it off bang right away.
Beast.
Come on, Redmond.
Anyway, I can go on. There's like 50 of them. I'm not going to go through all of them.
No, not Quartermaster. There's another good show. Oh, Dark Shadows is classic, Joe. You know what else is classic? Speaking of Dark Shadows, is a Canadian show around the same time. Strange Paradise.
Strange Paradise.
Alex, you'd love it, man. Really, really cool. It was a documentary on the occult. Or sorry, a soap opera on the occult.
Oh, okay.
And it was so cool, man. Strange Paradise. If you guys have not watched, if you guys like Dark Shadows, you need to check out Strange Paradise. and you could probably watch a lot of the episodes on YouTube, I think. The Omega Factor. Thank you. There it is. Redman, you're the man. The Omega Factor is such a great series. I loved it. Dude, you got to check that out, Alex.
All right. I'll keep that in mind.
Redman, have you seen the Omega Factor? Your thoughts? I love this. I really have to sit down and watch the show again, but I absolutely love it, folks. If you have not seen the Omega Factor, track it down and watch it. It only lasted a season, but you know what? Well worth it. Here we are talking about paranormal-based shows.
Yeah, well, it's a paranormal show, right?
Is it?
Wow, it's a mishmash of everything.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. So anything else?
Now I feel like going back and watching some of those old shows.
Why? You know what? I need to go back and watch the Omega Factor. I'm telling you, it is so cool. Such a great show. You know, people are saying, well, how come you haven't said Doctor Who yet? Because I'm trying to think of shows that haven't had the same luxury of lasting a long time.
Yeah. How long has Doctor Who been on? Like what? 50 years?
Oh.
Huh?
Well, 63 to 89. I don't know. The first original series lasted until the late 80s, early 90s, and basically lost its life to Red Dwarf. Oh, love that show. You ever seen Red Dwarf?
Oh, I've heard of it though.
Oh, great show. And then it was brought back, obviously, and has enjoyed several years. Several years, you know. Great show.
So, I mean, apparently, and you know, I hope I'm not reading a bunch of hog shit, but anyway, so the creator of Doctor Who was a expat from Canada.
The creator?
Yes.
Of Doctor Who?
Yes. Canadian expat Sidney Newman, head of drama group at the BBC and creator of Doctor Who, recounts a tale of his working journey.
Yeah.
He was born in Canada, but he was a Canadian who moved to the UK.
Yep.
Ha! Fucking Canuck.
John Pertwee, yes. Simon, I agree with you wholeheartedly. Yes, Red Dwarf is a great show. But yeah, John Pertwee is probably my favorite. I love Tom Baker, but I think I love John Pertwee for the fact that he was stuck on Earth and all the things that they were able to do with him being stuck on Earth. And, you know, John Pertwee. I mean, I'm a big John Pertwee fan. I don't know how many of you have seen the movie, you know, House That Drip Blood.
I don't think I've ever even heard of it.
Oh, dude, great flick. And Pertwee was in the last story. It was several stories put together. And John Pertwee was playing a vampire.
Yeah.
Every time he put this cape on, like he was playing an actor, but every time he put the cape on, he turned into this vampire.
Nice.
It was really, really cool fucking episode. Really cool. House That Drip Blood. One of my favorite flicks. And John Pertwee obviously was in it. A lot of people.
The House on Haunted Hill. Joe's asking me about the series. I watched
like
it.
The first season. I like the first season. Have you seen it?
I have seen the first season. I could not for the life of me get into the second.
Yeah, the second season I had trouble with.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. The second season I had trouble with. The first season was really good. They really did a great job.
Yep.
Atmospherically, they did bang on. But the second season, yeah, you know what? It was like that with what's that other series? Uh, what the hell is it now? Lady Gaga was in one season.
Really?
Yeah, what the hell was it? I can't think of the series. The first season I enjoyed, but then, yeah, it just, I don't know. You know what was actually pretty good? Was Bates Motel.
Oh, the series.
Huh?
The series?
Yeah.
Oh.
Did you ever see it?
Nope.
Oh, cool. If you're a big Psycho fan, you know the movie Psycho.
That didn't last very long either, did it?
What?
Bates Motel. I've heard of it. I just never watched
4 seasons.
Is it 4?
4 seasons. I think it's 4, maybe 5 seasons, something like that. I don't know. I could be wrong though. I think it was about 4 or 5 seasons, something like that. Now that other show is tell you in a sec here. Let's see. Bates Motel.
So the one with Lady Gaga.
5 seasons.
The one with Lady Gaga. You're referring to American Horror Story?
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. The first season I really enjoyed. Yeah, the first season I really enjoyed, and then all of a sudden I just lost interest in the second season and the following seasons. It wasn't the same. I couldn't get into it.
Yeah, I watched the first season as well. I didn't bother watching the rest.
Like I know a lot of people really enjoy the show, and there's a following, but I don't know. I just the first season I enjoyed, but that was it. I think that was it. Bang. It just okay.
No spoilers.
Okay, hold on. We're gonna have to end things here on New Visions.
Yeah.
Okay. For those of you who are listening to us on New Visions, thank you for joining us. We are now concluding, and we're just going a little bit longer here on the YouTube channel. If you want to join us over on YouTube, please do so. Just go to YouTube, type in Nocturnal Frequency Radio, and we're live. Thank you for tuning in on New Visions Radio Network, and we'll see you next Sunday night with our good friend Keith Age. Take care, everyone.
Have a good night.
So yeah, it just Walking Dead. Yeah, I like the I like the Walking Dead, but I found that there was a few seasons that just I don't know. And I know you're not a big zombie fan, Alex. So you didn't really watch The Walking Dead, did you?
No.
I mean, The Walking Dead, the first season was good. And then, I don't know. I mean, I've watched it, not religiously over the few years, but I don't know. I think they sort of lost it after the second season.
We forgot to mention one series that I know both you and I liked that got canceled. Hannibal.
Oh, fucking great show.
That was a fantastic show, and it got canceled.
Hey, you know what? I'm hoping that they will bring it back. I really am. I know there's a petition out there to get it back on, and I know Mads Mikkelsen, who played Hannibal, really wants to get the show back.
So just see Joe's comment. Alex's favorite show is iZombie. I'm yours, Joe. Fuck, that's funny. Yeah.
iZombie.
iZombie. Sounds like a weird Mexican restaurant.
There was what was it? It's on Netflix right now. What am I thinking? Black Mirror.
Oh, Black Mirror. Yeah, I heard about that.
Oh, great show. Yeah. Great show. Before Netflix picked it up. Have you seen them?
I've watched a couple episodes. Yeah.
What do you think?
Not bad. But I started it not at the very beginning. I started I can't remember which season, so I have to kind of go back to the very beginning. I watched the one where what was it? Prime Minister was getting blackmailed about some pig fucking or I don't know what the fuck. It's been a while. Yeah, it's a corny zombie joke. Yeah, I've heard about zombie one. It is a corny one. I remember seeing the previews for it. I never watched it, okay?
And never watched it, okay? Okay, come on. There's got to be another show.
I'm trying to think. I mean, there's let's see. Aside from iZombie,
there was another show like Black Mirror. What was it called? Channel Zero.
That I've never heard of.
That is fucking cool. I love that show. Based on creepypastas.
Oh, nice.
It's called Channel Zero. Really cool, man.
That's what you and I should be doing. We should be doing stuff like that. A show.
What? On here?
No, a show about creepypastas.
Well, we will. We can. We can do that.
Make up our own.
I love Stranger Things. Joe says Stranger Things on Netflix. I really wish they'd bring out the new season now. Have you watched Stranger Things?
I've watched like half of season 1. I just couldn't get into it.
You couldn't get into it,
Nope.
eh? I love it. I absolutely love it, man.
Yeah, my wife's watched pretty much every season. I was like, what, 2 or 3
She's a
right
big
now.
fan?
Oh, she enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
I like it. I like it for what it is. It is awesome. I really hate the fact that they're taking so fucking long with this next season.
But which season is this? Season 4 that they're supposed to release?
4.
Or yeah.
It's like, get it out there already.
Yeah.
You know, it's ridiculous that they make you wait so fucking long. Yeah, I get it. You know, pandemic and, you know, a few other things. But come on.
Yeah.
You know, let's get it out there.
I couldn't care less.
To be honest now.
Yeah.
To be honest now.
To be honest.
Okay, what has been the most fucked up TV show you've ever watched?
Oh.
It was so fucked up. You're like, what the hell is going on here? Folks, in chat, whatever, what has been the most screwed up show you've ever watched?
I can't. I'm trying to think. I don't know. Because usually when I start watching something that's fucked up, I turn it off. I try to erase it from my memory.
Yeah, but there's always something there that you watch. You're like, you catch yourself watching. You're like, why am I watching this?
Storage Wars Canada. Yes, that's exactly it. I would agree. Bachelor. Or Bachelor, with all those fucking shit shows there.
Now we're getting into the fucking bottom feeder shit.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Storage Wars Canada. Oh, that's good. That's hilarious.
Yeah, what do they have in the storage? Fucking a bunch of Tim Hortons cups.
I love it. Storage Wars Canada. Oh, come on. You know what's even worse? The Liquidator. Hoarders, yeah, Hoarder. You ever see that Canadian show, The Liquidators?
No, isn't it the same thing as Storage Wars?
No, The Liquidator is this dude who buys up this lots of shit and he fucking sells it for double the price. I think it's filmed out in BC.
Of course it is.
Yeah.
What was the other show? Is it Dragon's Den? Which one is a Canadian show? There's a Canadian one there. I don't know if it's Dragon's Den or Shark Tank or whatever the fuck it is.
Dragon's Den.
Is it Dragon's Den? Fucking garbage.
Yeah.
Yep.
There's a lot of garbage.
There is. Most of the stuff on today is fucking garbage.
The Laundry Man. Hey, Joe, you know, something that you need to check out if you've never checked it out. There's a documentary out there called Florida Man. Check it out, man. Oh, it's fucking hilarious. It's called Florida Man. It's hilarious. Yeah, you're right.
It's so true.
Anyone can have a show, and that's reality TV. It's not so real. Most people don't understand when it says reality TV. It's not reality TV. It's scripted still. But yeah, anyone can have their own show. Scary. I mean, we have ours.
Yeah, they should do a show. They should do a show where, you know, it's kind of like a Russian roulette with someone who has like herpes. You know?
Oh, God.
I mean, they throw out all kinds of other junk and shit on the fucking TV. Why not that? I'd watch that.
Yes, Joe, exactly. I've worked on a few reality TV shows, and let me tell you, they're more scripted than most people know.
And usually the script is written on a toilet paper roll.
Yeah, exactly. You don't have to think for a while, and that's true. And that's the scary thing about it, eh? And here's my Canadianism coming out, eh? That's the scary part about crap TV. Exactly, Simon. You know, most people, as much as they won't admit it, they are caught watching a lot of crap and can't seem to take their eyes off it. There's just something about a show that no matter how much you fucking say, I'm not watching this, you're stuck watching it. It's like a fucking show that
It's like a train
your
wreck.
wife, yeah, like your wife likes, and you find yourself watching an episode with her, and then all of a sudden, bang!
Yeah, like Say Yes to This Dress.
No, maybe in your case, but there are shows like that. It's like, wow.
It's because, well, for the reality TV shows, like the garbage out there, like Bachelor in Paradise, whatever the fucking those shows are. It's because people love to watch other people's miserable lives. It makes them feel better about themselves and their own lives.
Well, okay, so what show have you found yourself watching that you never thought you'd watch?
None.
Come on, there is one. There has to be.
I mean, if I'm in the living room and Lisa's watching TV, if I'm on my phone and she puts it on whatever channel, I got no choice. I got to watch whatever's on TV, right? But I just go in the other room. Yeah, well.
Come on, a show that maybe your wife watches and you're like...
Well, she watches all of those home rental shows. And...
Well, you know why? I'll admit, I don't mind a lot of them because you get some good ideas.
It's the same thing over and over again, no, dude.
Sure
That's the problem, right? And you know what? I don't mind them. I'll definitely, if I had to choose between watching Bravo Network. Hey, pipe down there in the peanut gallery, Joe. If I had to choose between the home rental shows and like shows like the other garbage that's on there, I'd pick the home rental shows for sure. But I still don't care for them either way, right? The only difference is that I'm not revolted by them. So if Lisa's watching them, I'm not gonna hurl on the floor like I do when fucking Bachelor in Canada's on or Bachelorette or whatever the fucking goddamn shows are on.
Yeah. Oh yeah. But I'll admit, you get some good ideas out of them. You do.
Yeah.
But somebody mentioned them earlier. Those hoarder shows.
Yeah. I've seen the odd one.
Like,
it's pretty scary.
How bad does somebody need to get before you're like displayed in front of fucking millions of people? I have a hoarding problem.
Yeah. No, I know. And I know you're kidding, Joe. Don't worry. I'm just playing along here. Never heard of half of these Canadian shows. Well, no. Yeah, you probably wouldn't. Ask this old house. Yeah. Let me teach her how to change his old faucet washer.
Joe, I noticed you commented on a picture I posted about I posted a picture of a tree, and you really like the tree, dude. You need to come up and visit us.
And Steve can take you to the tree. What is that tree? What was that tree anyway?
That was in Bronte Provincial Park.
Oh, was it? Okay.
Yeah. Dude, come on up.
Yeah, you're allowed to now.
Come on up.
You still got to get Justin up here, for fuck's sakes.
Well, Justin will come up. Give him time. Justin will come up.
Yeah.
He'll come. I mean, he keeps saying he'll come. He'll come. He's closer than Joe, obviously.
Yeah.
Joe's got a little bit of a track.
Yeah.
If he drives, it'll take him about 21 hours.
Yeah, if you drive really fast, it'll take you 21 hours.
I know you do. I know you do, Joe. And you know what? You'd love a lot of the trees up here, man. Especially in the fall.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Something a little different than down there in Florida. I mean, yeah. So
Okay, Simon, you're gonna have to build. You
yeah.
build us all a house then.
Yeah. Well, not as much as I'd like to be. Unfortunately, I haven't been, and I had 3 weeks off, and I thought I'd do a little bit more, and I didn't. I'm kind of pissed, but there's a lot here. There's a shitload here, especially in the fall. It's absolutely amazing, very beautiful.
Yeah.
This time of the year. Thank you, Mars. Thank you. I like to share what I see as much as possible. So,
Marcy, just wait until he shows a picture of him in a toga. We might want to rethink that statement.
Joe says Bob Vila.
Oh yeah, I remember Bob Vila. Holy
Bob
fuck.
Vila.
He was like the original. He was the OG renovator.
Alex gets turned on with that afro.
Yeah. Yes.
Oh man, that afro.
When I'm not
like,
watching Bravo, that is.
Alex is like, oh my god, oh my god. What is it? The paintbrush or the hair?
No, Bob Vila was the renovator guy. You think you're the painter guy, right?
What the fuck are you talking about? That's a painter guy.
Bob Vila is not the painter guy, dude.
What's the painter guy?
It's not Bob Vila. Bob Vila is the home renovator guy.
No. Who's the painter guy?
Okay, hang on.
No. See, I know what I'm talking about.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I do.
Bob Vila is an American home improvement television show host known for his old house.
Okay, so who's the other guy?
Bob Ross, that's it.
Bob Ross? What the fuck are you talking about? Where'd you get Bob Ross from?
Joe put it. Posted on the.
Oh shit! No, Joe's backing up. I feel bad now.
Yeah, I'm fucking. You're on crack, dude.
You're right. I'm thinking. Yeah, you're right. Bob Vila.
Bob Vila is the home
Ross.
improvement guy. He's the original. He's the, like I said, he's the OG of home improvement.
He's got a special on Netflix. Oh my god.
What is he painting a whole mural? Is that it?
Oh my god. That fucking afro.
That
afro alone.
Just run your fingers through that afro.
Wouldn't you love that?
Bob Ross was buried in Florida. There you go. So his afro's pretty much done, gone with the fishes.
What the hell, man? Bob Ross is a painter. Honestly, I do not remember associating a guy named Bob Ross with fucking painting. Wow.
Okay, let me look it up. Yeah, that's it. That's exactly who you're talking about, Bob Ross.
You love that afro, right?
That afro's styling. And I'm jealous because I don't fucking have any hair.
Oh my god.
Fuck. All right, dude. I'm starting to fall asleep here.
All right.
Gotta call it a night, folks.
All right, guys. Hey, thanks for tuning in. Yeah, we got a little sloppy near the end, but...
Sloppy Joes.
Thanks for tuning in. And next Sunday night, we've got a really good friend, Keith Age, joining us on the show. Please join us. Perm.
I don't know the fucking meaning of perm, Joe. See?
Perm. Next Sunday night, our good friend Keith Age will be with us. And Joe, we need to have you back on the show. Joe, we need to have you back on the show. Oh man.
We'll try to cut down on the alcohol consumption.
Well, yeah, no alcohol consumption. We'll be straight and narrow.
Yeah, sure.
50 straight and narrow, right?
Yeah. 50-50.
All right. Thank you guys. Take care, and we'll see you next Sunday night, folks.
Awesome. Have a good night, guys.